Again. So after showing you in the previous video the area around our neighborhood, which is Victoria Dock, which is quite close to the city center, now we're just walking at the end of the neighborhood, just to reach the small river of Hull towards the new area of the city, which is just across from the old area called Old Town. This will be the new developments area called New Town, and this also used to be like part of the port, the old port of Hull, which they turned now into like new office buildings. There's even an IT startup hub, and they're still redeveloping the area now. Some of the old warehouses were converted into office buildings and new apartment buildings, I guess, flats, condos. And there's even a new street called Humber Street, and it's not a new street. It used to be like a warehouse street. Now it's filled with new hipster trendy bars, and some of them are quite nice actually. You got all your stuff like tapas, and which were pretty hard to believe that you will never see that in Hull just like 10-15 years ago, when all this area was used to be called like the fruit market, and it used to be pretty much warehouses filled with fruits and other cargo. And all this area now that you see here is pretty much new developments. And over here now we're just crossing the river Hull, connects to the river Humber. And over here I'll show you the main attraction of the city, which is the aquarium called the Deep. Quite a few times, and they did lower it actually, and it was pretty dry actually, yeah, in the main downtown area. So good job. Yeah, probably can get a better angle from here. And unfortunately, yeah, they closed off this part of Hull as well. So there's still a lot of construction going on. It's like they're expanding the main office areas. They're building some new office buildings around here. So hopefully that's gonna bring some new business into the city. They pretty much announced that the main clients of the building will be an office which is already in town, and they're just gonna like change offices. So it's not really new business if you think about it, but still, some invested money into new buildings and development of the area, never hurts, especially when you have this nice little areas like this. Over on this side, usually, I saw last summer when there was no COVID or anything. There was like a little concert there, some nice punk rock music band. So it's pretty nice, yeah. Just give. Yeah, so hopefully business will pick up soon again. Right now it's a little dead, People are just starting to come out back to the restaurants and bars due to the whole COVID-19 thing. Business is still a little sluggish. And Usually I think people would come out more, but since it's safe to stay outside on the outdoor tables, and not many restaurants or pubs have such outdoor areas because of the weather. And as you can see, especially in this area near the river Humber, as I told you before, it can get quite windy. So I don't know if you can see this whole amphitheater. They installed it down where inside the dock. So it used to be like a small berth here for the ships. Too bad we can go on the other side. You can still see the old gate there. And the deep over on that side. I really like the design of that building. It's really nice, yeah. And this is one of the converted warehouses. So it used to be like a warehouse, and now it's new fancy condos. There you go. And now the tide is rising. You can get like a pretty big difference in tide levels here in northern England. Yeah, I think it's up to 6 meters if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, when it's like low tide, all the river Hull that I showed you before, it's almost like a small stream. You can barely see any water. But when it gets closer to the evening and the night, it's due to the moon's influence, you can get it like quite a high level. I imagine the ships would have no problem in passing by. It's probably why they built all the bridges to be like raisable. And over here, where it's quite quiet now, it's one of my favorite areas in the town. And this little thing here is called Nibble. And this Nibble, it's actually one of the best places in town to eat, in my opinion. You always have to like call ahead and order in advance, so you wouldn't. Otherwise, if you just show up, you might be in for a long wait, because it's that popular. Plus, they have like the best, one of the best English breakfasts in town. Full English breakfast, and my wife especially enjoys their eggs Benedict. So yeah, it's quite good actually. And yeah, it's just as you've seen from the video, it's just like 20-25 minutes of walking from our house to get here. So it's quite convenient. And this also, all this area you see around here, it pretty much used to be like only warehouses, but starting to look good now. They're definitely building it up. And as you can see, all the way on that other side, you can see there on the background, that's Hull Minster, the old monastery and the main cathedral of town. And that is located in Hull Old Town. And between Old Town and this new town area, it's like one of the main highways in the city. And unfortunately, that acts as like a natural barrier. Pretty much separates the town into two pieces. And due to the intense traffic, it's kind of got this whole area secluded. And I think they're building now like a pedestrian bridge to cross it, so you wouldn't have to wait at the stoplight and you wouldn't bother the traffic anymore. And they've been trying to get that sorted for a while now. They're just blaming it on COVID now. It should have been done by now. But yeah, That's England. You can't expect them too much from them. But the business area is nice now. Lots of new trendy bars, nice areas. Come have a drink, especially when it's sunny. Yeah, it's not so sunny anymore, which is unfortunately, yeah, because everybody likes to have a pint now outside, especially during this pandemic times. And just wanted to show you this bit here. Okay. Humber Fruit Brokers. So this is now like a gym apparently. So just imagine this whole area around the year 2000. It used to be like only warehouses, and used to be like only lorries here and people that unloaded cargo. And now you get this nice little place. Very good, yeah? Good conversion. Pretty nice. So good job, guys. We only need to figure out the whole access to the area thing, because it's still separated by the highway from the old town and the rest of the city. And over here on this end of the Humber Street, you get this place called it used to be like Gibson and Company, but now it's a nice diner place called Tibbing Harry's, and it's also one of the best places to eat in town. Oh man, what happened to the sun? It started out such a nice day, and now it got cloudy. And on this side of the Humber Street, sorry, you get the Hull Marina. And just behind me, you can see there, that's the Spurn Lighthouse. It's one of the things you can visit here. Not at the moment, but because it's closed right now, but they promised they will open it soon. So over here, this is probably the last functioning water basin out of all, because you saw the other one was just like in Victoria Dock in the previous episode. That was just like a small fountain just for aesthetics, but this one still works here, because you can get, if you got a boat here and you want to sail on the Humber, you can just keep it here for safe keeping, because this is like constant level water. It's not affected by the tide of the Humber. It still uses the old original locks from the 19th century or 20th century, I'm not sure. I need to check on that. And so what you do, if you got a boat stored in here and you want to take it out on the Humber to go on the east coast of England, you have to use these locks. So for those of you who don't know how a lock works, you got these huge gates, and what they do is, when you get your boat, if you want to get it to the Humber, which might be at a lower water level than the marina, they just raise the water in the middle section here and then open this gate, and your boat passes inside, and then they pump water out of the gate, and they lower your boat until it reaches the water level on the Humber just outside. And once that is complete, and you get the same level inside here, get the same level outside in the Humber, you'll open the other gate and your boat can pass through. And that's it. Pretty simple technology, but you know, considering that they've been doing this like 100 years ago, 150 years ago even, yeah, and all the mechanism still works. That's pretty impressive, yeah. Yeah, so there's a nice little view of the marina for you. So yeah, I think that will be it for about now regarding the old town and the new town, sorry. The old town will be shown in the next episode. One of the next episodes. I don't know exactly. I'm gonna get around there, get some filming done. But yeah, if you enjoyed this new part of town, new part of Hull, and the lovely suburban area of Victoria Dock that I showed you before, just subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you next time. See ya.